Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Call could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins. By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch. Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back to Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, May 17th, May 18th. What's today? The 18th. It is episode 460. Holy crap, we're getting old. What's crazier, that we're 30 or that it is episode 460?
Is it even episode 4? Do we even know if that is facts?
We could be over it for all we know, actually. We started pretty late. We started around like 2:25, started numbering them and just took a guess based on calendar dates. So we could be over. It's possible we could be over. It's possible our parents could be lying about our birthday too. We could be older than. That's what pissed me off about this last weekend was a lot of people called us 30 and I'm 28. I'm not 30.
Yeah, we got asked if we were 30 or called 30 like 4 times.
People our age were saying it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, my voice is still a little gone from this past weekend. Our boy, you guys know him as Small Hands Dylan. He went off and got married, eloped, whole big thing. It was so much fun. Still physically recovering from it. My sore from dancing for hours. Well, our version of dancing. We just kind of jump up and down.
Yeah.
For dancing for hours. So
well, for 2 days we did that.
I did teach someone to waltz, so that was fun. So I get to get a waltz in.
Did you teach
a
how
big
to waltz?
deal? Mandy's that. No, I'm just kidding. He knew how to waltz. Me and him agreed to waltz, and I think when I took my shirt off, he didn't want to waltz with me anymore.
No,
scared him away. You know what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So it was a fun weekend though. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I wish we could have been here on Sunday to talk about, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I mean, a series win over Kentucky. You celebrate. Sunday wasn't the best, but we celebrate a series win over Kentucky every day of the week.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, absolutely. We should be recording right now. Are we live?
I don't know.
Did you get a notification?
No, I didn't, but it just said, yeah.
All right, I think we're good. We're good.
Okay. We're recording.
It scared me, though.
It says live.
You must be in the live.
Okay.
Yeah,
whatever
must
works.
Be in the live. So we're recording now. You guys are getting a behind-the-scenes look. I'm keeping this in. I think it should be kept in. You can veto me if you'd like, but Landon is traveling for work, but we missed Sunday. We can't miss Thursday. We hate missing one day for you guys. We're not going to miss 2. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, I had to do it. Yeah, Sunday was we kind of used or I used the Mother's Day's excuse, but it was definitely because of just 48 hours straight of just
more than that. Well, yeah, maybe I guess right at it.
Yeah, just nonstop partying.
No, more than that, right? Because that would have been 9 a.m. on Saturday would have been 48 hours. Or no, that would have been 24. 9 a.m. on Sunday would have been 48. Yeah. Okay. You're right. I can't count.
Yeah, rough weekend, but a great weekend. Great weekend for Tennessee. And this has been what we're talking about today, it's been a good weekend to be a Vol.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get into some recruiting. We're going to talk softball's sweep of the SEC, clean sweep. I mean, it can't really get any better. And then, I mean, I'm interested to get really everyone's thoughts. So join the chat. Me and Landon will be in it. You guys got to look behind the scenes. Now you know. But I guess it depends on Landon's travel schedule. But I'll be in the chat. So I do want to hear everyone's thoughts when we get to it, talking about what are they calling it? The
Neyland Entertainment District.
There you go. I like that. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I like it.
Dude, I kind of like the tabletop. I think that is a great name.
I guess, yeah, because it's going to be a tabletop. It kind of makes sense too. But yeah, it is a good name. I hope they can find a way to build a building high enough that there's a bar outside Neyland Stadium. That would be awesome.
I think
like Chicago.
I think the hotel is going to have a rooftop bar.
Okay.
So I don't know how high that actually 12 stories, I think, but I don't know in terms of like being next to the stadium how high that's going to be. But yeah, that's supposed to have a rooftop. So
sweet. Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk the tabletop and entertainment district, whatever you want to call it. Workshopping names right now, Danny. We got you. I'll call you tomorrow. We'll talk about this once we get some stuff in the chat. We'll talk. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Have your people talk to my people. Before we do that, though, I am going to tell you guys about our good friends at Underdog. Underdog is Knoxville's best sports collectibles store with a wide selection of UT cards, autographs, and memorabilia. Whether you're looking for a Peyton Manning autographed helmet or the most recent Topps baseball card release, you'll find it at Underdog. The shop is owned by UT graduates and proudly supports UT sports by hosting NIL events throughout the year. Stop by the University Commons Shopping Center next to Publix and Domino's to check them out. Open 6 days a week with live YouTube shows 3 nights per week. They're doing card breaks, guys. Remember to always bet on the Underdog. All right, it's almost off season officially. Once baseball's over, we call it off season. So a couple more weeks after Omaha, we're doing a card break. It's happening. That's good content. Yeah, we're doing it. Landon's going to be there with me. Yeah, I'm not going to let him touch the cards. He gets to look over my shoulder. I got all the first dibs, but we're going to do it. I'm excited. Love our guys at Underdog. They're the best, man.
Yeah. Yeah, go check them out. Let's get into it. So is Danny White the man, I think is the first question. Are we giving Danny White all the credit, or is this just Tennessee winning, which I guess has to give Danny White some credit?
Yeah, I guess he has to be in the credit somehow. I mean, yeah, I guess Danny White's got to get some of it. I don't know if he's the mastermind behind it. He may, I don't know if he's pulling all the strings or if someone else kind of came up with this idea. I think it's interesting. I mean, whoever came up with it, I would have never thought you're trying to like add stuff. I would have said, yeah, they'll do something. If you told me they were doing this, I'd be like, yeah, maybe like in South Knoxville, build a walking bridge and that'll be how it comes about. Whoever thought, let's just build it on top of G10. Honestly, bold strategy, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, if you can't go out, go up.
Exactly. And honestly, for we tailgate, so like game day for us is not going to look a whole lot different, but for like those noon games that we don't like to tailgate, for the Thursday night game, because it's going to happen no matter how much I fight it. Danny don't take those. Those are the only phone calls he won't take from me are the noon games. So yeah, I mean, or Thursday night games, excuse me.
Dollar signs.
So, yeah. So I mean, for those, I think it's a great idea when you only have 2 or 3 hours. You just run to a bar down there and chill out, and then literally walk right up the ramp into the game. I mean, I think I'm interested to see how it all comes about, but I think it's a cool idea. It kind of seems like one of our ideas, and that concerns me. I'm shocked we had come up with this.
Yeah, it's definitely something a fan would come up with, but they're not taking away G10, which I think a lot of people were nervous about that. They're kind of just building on top of it.
You physically can't. There's not enough parking in the world.
Right. But also, they're like, it's going to be super crowded. Guys, I don't know if you've ever parked in G10, but if you get out of there in 2 hours, that's a win.
Yeah, and it doesn't change the amount of parking G10 has. And maybe they're talking about the actual entertainment area being super crowded, but dude, Circle Park for Alabama, Circle Park for Florida, it's nut to butt, dude. You can't go anywhere. So what's the difference?
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's cool. Like I think of it as a mini Wrigleyville, or outside of the Brave Stadium, they have something like that. I think they want to do something like that with the new Smoky Stadium that they're building downtown. Just have some shops and some restaurants and some bars. I just think with the Strip, with all that kind of going away, I think it's kind of needed to have, a space, and it's right next to the stadium, which is going to make that experience even better.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of shops go in there if they do shops. I mean, Vol shops, easy go. That's no problem.
Underdog?
Maybe. I mean, that'd be fantastic. I mean, we might have to change our tailgating location. Sorry, Underdog. Yeah. We're moving on in. I think it's a great idea, though. I am a little concerned that it does sound like a more important issues idea, and most of our ideas we're called ideas people because they can't always be done. So
not
so yeah, maybe this one is one that can be. Danny White's the guy to do it. I don't know. It sounds, but it does sound absurd to me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I just think like at the waterfront, like there just doesn't seem like there's enough space for anything.
I mean,
But I guess if you're going on top, maybe there is, but like
that's it. That's only way to go, but up. Like,
but I feel like you got to go further than G10. Like you're gonna have to build. Are you gonna build more garage and then keep going down, or do you stay with just that G10 section?
I mean, it definitely may build out there to the road, but I don't know if you can really add garage. I don't know if that's like worth it. There are railroad tracks there too, though. You got to keep in mind. I don't know.
Railroads anymore, really?
I mean, 1,700 deer elements a year, dude. It's insane. And they're trying to get us to travel like that. No, thank you. Infrastructure first. Everyone. It's been a thing for years and years and years since we stopped traveling by railroad. They've tried to, and honestly, it looks cool. They have like the Amtrak out west as like a tourist attraction. You take it through the Rockies. Looks super cool. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to like St. Louis anytime on an Amtrak. Not happening. I don't trust it. I don't really trust planes. If we're just being honest, I kind of just get so inebriated I forget where I'm at and go. Like that's how you do it.
Yeah, didn't you rack up the last time we were on a plane? You racked up like $100 bill on the plane.
I mean, that's possible, but I did buy some for buy some for Jesse. So
and I think it was like a 2-hour flight. It wasn't even that long.
It was 4 hours. The last plane I was on was 4 hours, so it was that flight. But no, I mean, but I mean, those drinks are expensive too. This isn't Cool Beans we're talking about. I mean, shout out to Cool Beans.
Shout out. We were there.
We were in the mix, man. Felt good. Friday night, we were in the mix. Felt good again. There, felt like the oldest person there. I was going to start IDing people.
We weren't 30, so it doesn't, like, it's fine.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, honestly, if I was 30, I would have gone Friday night too. So it is what it is, man.
Hey, the bride and groom wanted to go. I wasn't going to argue.
I went to Latin night for the bride and groom. One thing I will never do again.
Really?
For a lot of reasons.
I had a good time.
It was just talking, dude. I was getting touched every direction. I did feel like the floor was going to cave in. I know Raven mentioned that.
It was
just wasn't
slightly.
And I mean, I was having a good time chilling on the rooftop, talking, and so it was just like it was like a huge vibe change.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm going to seek out doing, but if I find myself there again, I won't be upset.
That's 100% fair.
Because I did I was excited to at least experience one time, and I did that.
Oh, so I've been to a couple. So
that's not. How long has that been a thing? I have no clue.
I've never been to one at Bernadette's. I've been to two in Johnson City.
Oh, they have them in Johnson City,
yeah, dude. Wonderland. Yeah.
Wonderland. Okay.
I can't believe you haven't gone with us. I thought you had. Okay.
Maybe next time I'm in JC, let's do it.
Maybe next time we'll do that for sure. Maybe they'll have them in the new entertainment center. I don't know. That is a concern of mine though. Like, what draws people there? So I mean, obviously, maybe there's enough events throughout the year at Thompson Bowling Arena, for example, that keep that area full, but it's not somewhere that'll necessarily be easily accessible in the off season. So I am curious what that looks like for. Mm-hmm. Like, is all this stuff going to essentially be university owned where they only care about the game days? That's one of my concerns for that.
I guess area. Like my argument to that would be kind of the same as Calhoun's. Like, it's not the easiest place to get to, but it's still like full. Like, if you're going to have restaurants and bars, I think people will show up. But maybe shops, I don't think people just go there just for shops.
Right.
But if it's a new restaurant, I mean, it's like anything that's new in Knoxville. Yeehaw is nut to butt every single weekend day. So
yeah, no, that Calhoun's is a good point. Calhoun's does have an established name. Is the only thing I could even think to kind of rebuttal that. It's for some reason, and I'm not trying to trash Calhoun's, but it's compared to it's not one of Knoxville's best restaurants. But every time people come into town, people tell them to go to Calhoun's, and I don't know if it's because it's on the water. I don't get it.
Is it just because it's something? There's something on the menu for everybody, maybe.
And that could be it. And there's nothing bad there. I'm not trashing it. It's just like it's not That's not where I'm going to send people personally.
Yeah,
but
cheap beer, decent food on the water. Yeah.
Maybe. I'm disappointed they got rid of their actual patio. I mean, they just covered it, and I get it, rain days. What about the sunny days, man? We want the sun. Sun, dog. I just don't want to see a lot of bars and restaurants like shuffling through there. Like that wouldn't be. I wouldn't love that.
I just think with the strip kind of going away, I think this makes sense, and it's the reason why I think the old city has gotten a little bit. I mean, it's always been packed, but it's gotten a little bit more.
Right,
you mentioned
not a lot of bars.
Yeah, like those students like don't have really a lot of places to go anymore, so they're making their way to Central Avenue or the old city, and I'm sure they'll make their way down there as well since it's closer to campus.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just interested to see what off season, not just from school, off season from football looks like. Which, I mean, another argument to be had could be, well, they'll make their due during football season, and I'm absolutely sure they'll come pretty freaking close. Because it won't just be a Saturday thing. People will be there Friday nights. I mean, Thursday nights may even be somewhat of a thing for big games. So, I mean, I mean, there's definitely a place for it. I'm just interested to see how all the kind of finer details get ironed out. I don't know.
Could it be I'm excited. Like another University Commons? Like, I mean, there's restaurants in that. Could it be the same as that, maybe?
Probably. But, I mean, Fieldhouse is really the only one that stays slammed. So,
yeah. I know that Mexican restaurant on the end, it does okay. I mean, it's good enough that it's been there for a while.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just listen. I'm just trying to be your devil's advocate here, Danny. Just get on the phone with me. We'll talk through it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm an ideas guy. I'll float something out there that suits you. I promise. Now the hotel, holy crap, that hotel. It'll be one of those you have to book. So I mean, they release some games like 10 years in advance for some reason. Some reservations you'll have to book like 10 years in advance. I promise. It'll be insane.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I might think about like I'm sure there'll be a waiting list. I might just see if I can get a hold of that list and just let people know, hey, I'll mark $20 off if you stay at my house. That price.
Same distance, roughly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can get out a lot faster if I'll just drop you off. Maybe you don't even have to worry about tailgating over there. You can tailgate with us. Somebody did message me and they're like, oh, it's going to be a great, this is going to be awesome. What did they say? Only problem that I see is having too good of an effing time every Saturday.
Good point. I was like, that's it. That's the only concern.
I was like, yeah, during basketball season, I'm going to love it. But during football season, I'll be at the more important issues tailgate having the best time ever. So
that's another good point for basketball games, especially kind of going back into those noon games, Thursday night games, whatever, close games that you can't really get tailgating going. Great for basketball. Baseball, I mean, it's not that far from baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially past Thompson Bowling Arena.
I mean, that's
the baseball stadium.
A lot of times when I'm getting there a little later, on the Tuesday nights, I usually park at G10 because it's easier to get out of than the rest of the parking.
There you go. You're already ready.
So yeah, I'm there. But yeah, I definitely think basketball. Basketball is a weird sport where it doesn't take the whole day. And maybe we just need to get better at that.
Taking up the whole day. Yeah, for sure.
But I definitely think something like that can have such an effect on just the experience, because not everybody goes to the basketball games, but everybody likes to watch it. So I remember watching that Duke game at Southside Garage. I mean, I definitely would try to make my way closer to the stadium if it was available.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they'll, assuming the space is there, I mean, the bars and stuff will have it on, but I got to think they try to move that watch party whenever that thing's done. They move those watch parties for Alabama down to that area. And because you kind of mentioned Wrigleyville, St. Louis has got something like it. I don't know what they call it. Obviously Atlanta's the Battery, I believe is what it's called.
That's right.
They've got stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure that watch party will move that direction. Kind of similar to baseball where it's literally right outside the stadium. Now, if I'm a person, I would be begging them to find a way to sync up, which even the baseball, it wasn't exactly synced up, but it was very, very close. You would literally hear the hit, the ding, if you will, because they're not wooden bats, and I'll argue it's not as crisp. But you would hear the ding and then you would see the hit and you'd be able to tell if it's a home run immediately before the guy even hit on the screen. Just from the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which there were a lot of them in that LSU Super Regional. I don't know if you remember, but there were a lot that were just like gone. And like a lot of people kind of looking around like he hadn't even hit the ball yet. I was like, do you not hear that? Because that's in someone's car. That's in someone's front seat.
It's like, damn, that sounded good. Damn, that did sound good.
But yeah, I mean, the Alabama video was awesome. I mean, the people that were smart enough to look at the fireworks, knowing that it was delayed, credit to them.
Yeah, pro move. They've been in that stadium too many times.
And I was telling someone, I was like, I knew the moment it left his foot. And I know what y'all are gonna say, Caleb was a knuckleball. There's no way you could have known. I think it's just like I can tell in my seat from just about any field goal because I have a really good angle. Like I mean, right behind the ball. I can tell the moment it leaves their foot if it's good or not. I'm probably shooting like 90%. And the Alabama one came off his foot, no good. The 50-yard field goal, whatever it ended up being. BYU, it was no good. I stand by that rule. It's not even clarified in the NCAA rule book, but it wasn't good. I knew it off his foot. And the moment it came off McGrath's foot, I mean, I didn't even hesitate. I wish I was down on the field because I probably would have been able to catch the ball. I would have been going so fast if I was on the front row.
I loved in that moment that I literally like was on the opposite side. And so I'm literally like going off, like kind of like the watch parties. I was going off the crowd reaction.
You went, well, then the crowd knew it too because you went before the fireworks, which was impressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as soon as they were cheering, oh, yeah, I was out of there.
I relive that moment in my head. I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I mean, that was – some days I don't believe it's real. I'm living in a dream. It's a good dream, though, at least. It's no longer a nightmare. I could have sworn.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? What if that happened in 2020 and we just
like 10,000 people?
Yeah, there was like no one there.
Do they still storm? Do they have the power to still make it onto the field? Do we storm? Do we drive from South Knoxville to storm?
We would have got eliminated from college football probably if we would have stormed during COVID. I mean, Fauci would have freaking died immediately.
Fauci would have been down there, dude. He's a big sports guy. I don't know if you saw him throughout the first pitch. Big sports guy.
Gosh.
He would have loved it. He would have made one exception to his rule, I'm sure. But yeah, entertainment, man. Listen, entertainment. I'm here to be entertained.
Do you have another name? I'd like to kind of throw around some names. Dude, I just love the tabletop would be awesome.
And you just capitalize both T's. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just
a little power to them.
I don't know if anybody's calling it that, but that's what I like.
I think I've seen it because people, well, maybe not called it that, but they've said like it's going to be a tabletop, over G10. It's not going to be.
That's what Danny White said. So I tweeted build that tabletop.
I mean, they put a Walmart on a parking garage. They can put a couple of bars on G10. It'll be okay. We'll all survive.
An underdog.
And an underdog. Yeah. No, I don't have any good names off the top of my head. I'll try to think of some in the show, and if I got them, I'll just yell them out. Hopefully, it'll be clear what I'm saying. So
can we have exactly a target out there? Like a target, maybe like a Joe Milton's target, just in case.
Oh, just in case. I was about to say. I mean, he might hit it, so let's not do that. We're ditching that idea real fast.
Man, I'm trying to think of something that would be like funny. Maybe the crane.
Like from Coach Carter.
Yeah.
Ty Crane. I saw a funny tweet about Ja Morant. Something like Coach Carter's the only one that can fix him now.
Somebody locked the gyms.
Yeah, you put me on a spot, man. I'll try to think of at least one during the show. That's my goal for the rest of the show. Have one just pop into my head. That's it. It's the only thing I'm thinking about. Except recruiting, because we're going to talk about recruiting.
Does anything happen like in G10? Like something?
I mean, yeah, a lot happens in G10.
Well, I'm trying to like think of like actual like
people
Tennessee news.
Peeing in the stairwell. I don't know who would do that, but it's happened several times.
We had somebody fall down the hill almost.
So was that Amanda? I
Yeah,
feel like it was. Okay, I
It
thought so,
definitely
but I was like, now I'm questioning because one time I got a call. I was in the game already. I got a call and they're like, some girl's peeing at your tailgate. I was like, what? And I was pissed. I was like, who in their right mind? And it ended up being a Georgia fan. Just like bent over the hill, skirt hiked up, dress hiked up, whatever, and just peeing back towards G10. Yeah. So that happened. Yeah, lots happened at G10. I hit a dude. This is where I can talk myself into being able to hit a home run at some point, in batting practice. I mean, I hit a car on the top of G10 with a can doing what you call it?
Dizzy bat.
Dizzy bat. I hit a car on top with an empty can. I mean, that's power. That's nothing but power.
Yeah. That was a good sound. It had a good sound to it.
Had a great sound to it. with a hollowed out bat. I mean, like, what are we doing? I mean,
yeah, you
Tim
threw
Corbin
Gilbert
would have
that ball.
lost his mind if he saw me do that.
Oh, he would have checked it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt.
Speaking of Drew Gilbert, did you see where number one he got promoted to AA, but tonight he's batting behind Jose Altuve, who's doing a rehab. And what's crazy is, like, I'm literally going to the Oklahoma City Dodgers tomorrow, and so they're playing the Space Cowboys, which, if they're at home, I guess Jose Altuve would be playing for them, but they're not, so he's playing in their AA affiliate.
Oh, are the Hooks? Is that right?
Yeah.
Corpus Christi Hooks? Are they so they're playing in Oklahoma City tomorrow?
They are not, no.
Oh, okay, that's what I was. Are they in Oklahoma City last night? Is that right? I feel like
No.
I saw that, and that's why I thought maybe you were.
So Corpus Christi is AA.
This
Oklahoma
is
City Dodgers
AAA
is
team?
AAA. So the Space Cowboys
okay.
is the AAA affiliate for the Astros.
Gotcha.
So Altuve would be playing for them if they're at home, but I guess he's staying closer to Houston, so he's playing for Corpus Christi.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did see something about him not traveling, really.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense.
So he's batting behind him tonight, which is pretty cool. And I think Gilbert's having a good night. He threw somebody out at third. Somebody trying to tag up. So
where's he playing?
He was playing right.
Okay. I was like, good Lord. I mean, that's not insane from center field, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, he was playing right.
Still incredible. Good, yeah, good for him. And I mean, you mentioned it. I think you said he looks huge in that picture. I mean, it kind of makes sense, Jose Altuve, but Drew Gilbert's not a big dude.
No, he's not.
Like him and Jordan Beck standing next to each other kind of looked like
he's got a wagon on him though.
Yeah, he does. Kind of like Marvin Harry, Jordan Beck and Drew Gilbert when they jogged out to the outfield together. Oh man, I wish I'd thought of that earlier. Wet Bandits would have been real good for them.
That would have been good.
Print the shirts. It's never too late.
Man, I'm still trying to think of a name for that.
Yeah, this is gonna kill you. We're gonna have to do it in the chat tomorroar night, or that's all we're gonna think about for the next hour.
Yeah.
So I'll try to bring one to the chat. I'm gonna get Landon's mind off of that, because we do have to talk some football recruiting. Which, I mean, Josh Heupel is literally going to the ends of the earth now to recruit.
Yeah. So Emmanuel Okoye committed to Tennessee, reclassified to the 2023 class. A 4-star edge. I guess he can play tight end too. Guy's not played a lot of football, and was at the NFL Academy in London, England. And I think he's only played 3 games in the NFL Academy, which is wild. But his athleticism is off the charts. I think I read something today where his broad jump and his high jump would be combine records for defensive ends.
Dang. Yeah, I mean, sign me up. And listen, the last professional academy Tennessee got from, if you don't remember, Santiago Vescovi, that worked out really well. So count me in for this right now. Check back with me in a couple years. My mood may change. I hope it won't, but so far so good for me.
Well, and like you have to stack people at that edge rushing position, and you need help at tight end too. So whichever one he sticks at, I think is big for Tennessee. Like, you never want to have a down year with defensive ends.
How old is he? because I was going to go into the he looks like a grown ass man comment, but I guess he could be.
He might have the I am 12.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a grown man. You could not convince me he was 230 pounds. First off, I mean, it's just he is massive, but he's not massive. If that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, that's a big dude coming off the edge.
He's a 45.5-inch vertical.
I'm interested to see what his quickness looks like. So we talk about how Tennessee's kind of missed that bend guy. That wasn't really, Byron Young wasn't like he was just so much better at that than other skill sets. If you're talking about a guy with that kind of reach and has any kind of quickness, I mean, that's massive for your entire defensive line, not just that position.
Yeah, he is a 7'2" wingspan.
What is that? That doesn't make sense. That's stupid.
So
7 inches longer than his height. That's ridiculous.
I think he could maybe just come off the ball and reach the quarterback.
Yeah, talk about hands and face, man. I mean,
yeah, you got to be careful grabbing the face mask, but
I like the idea of trying to throw a slant over that guy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, he's got to have just mitts on him.
Yeah, so I think this is a good kind of development for him. I mean, obviously not played a ton of football, but something Josh Heupel and the staff has done is been able to develop players and get them in spots that make them successful. So heck, we'll take it.
And and this may come back to bite me in the butt for Emmanuel
Okoye.
That's gonna be a good name said over the loudspeaker.
R.I.P. Bob.
Well, he didn't say it over the loudspeaker. This isn't a Disney movie. But I mean, we both played high school football. We've seen a lot of people play high school football. It's kind of just a different game in general. Anyways, like no one's played SEC football.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's kind of my argument for people that would put that as like a downer. Would be.
Well, I'm like, how do you play 3 games to get rated as a 4-star? How does that happen?
Well, to be fair, you just talked about his broad jump and
yeah,
what was it? And I started like salivating a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
wingspan. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure 247 and Rivals did the same thing.
It's like
so
he fits in pads. 4-star.
Right. I mean, he might look like one of the Bennett brothers, but he fits in them. That's the point. No, I'm with you because guys like this haven't necessarily worked out for Tennessee totally, but also he's going to have a huge learning curve no matter what. So,
yeah, and like again, you're stacking edge rushers. Like, I mean, Georgia does the same thing, Alabama does the same thing,
and he's coming in this year, right?
Yeah, so
he'll be on campus in June or July 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's huge for this roster. That's huge for this roster.
Yeah, he took an official visit for the orange and white game, so he was here for that. Got to see kind of a semi game day atmosphere. So
if he's been playing in London, I mean that's kind of like Ted Lasso reverse, and it's worked well for Richmond so far.
Yeah, I was trying to do the Okoye and Jamie Tart, but it just didn't. Jamie Tart song, but it just doesn't go together.
Man, we haven't heard that song in a while. Is that Jamie Tart's? Is that his character arc? He doesn't want that song being sung because I hate Baby Shark, but that's a great song.
Jamie Tart, do.
Man, also, I love those guys at the pub. That makes me want to be a pub guy for Tennessee games. Like, why am I even going to the games? Just go to the pub.
Go to the pub. Maybe we can do that with the tabletop. I'm just calling it.
I mean, I'm going to the home games, but yeah, the away games we're always let's forever be pub guys. No more watch parties, none of this bull crap. We're pub guys.
Pub guys. I like that.
And it's got to have pub in the name. We're not showing up unless it's got pub in the name. If you're a pub in the Knoxville area, link up with us. We'll be there every away game.
There you go.
And sometimes on Tuesdays because we.
What's a good pub name? I feel like it's got to be short.
Well, you have Preservation Pub. Not really a watch. Not much of a sports.
I'm talking like one that's on the tabletop. What's that pub gonna be?
Oh man, why are you trying to get me to name names right now, like off the top of my head? I feel like it's got to be a little Irish. I mean, anybody we know that's Irish that's affiliated with Tennessee? I feel like Johnny Majors. There has to be a bar named after him. So like Majors Pub, Johnny's Pub, something like that. He's got to have a pub that serves all the whiskey in the world.
I like that. JG's Pub.
Nothing named after Peyton Manning. I'm sorry, I love Peyton, but we've got enough.
JG's Pub.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Mark him off the list there.
They serve turnovers.
Yeah, apple turnovers.
Honestly, I'm kind of into that now. Yeah, do it.
I was thinking do a tribute to the yacht club, RIP, and make it
Fort Sanders Yacht Club?
Yeah.
I heard it's still there. Someone told me it was still there. Is it not?
I don't think so. No.
I've been lied to so many times, or misled so many times, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think it's there. I think they've built another bar like next to it, but yeah, I don't think
they do have another bar next to it. I do remember seeing that on the news. It's owned by the same people who do South Mox Garage.
Oh, nice. We didn't make it there on Friday.
To the Fort Sanders Yacht Club?
Yeah.
I wish.
We also didn't make it
did.
to Gus's.
Forgot about it. I drove right past it and said, I'm going to Gus's tonight. God dang it. I wasn't driving. I was in the car.
Yeah.
Man, that's really sad, dude. Because like someone got me really excited.
Yeah. Also some more kind of stuff on him. So pick Tennessee over Texas Tech, USC. His lead recruiter was Alex Ablin, which that's a huge win for a guy who hasn't been a position coach for very long.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then I think we had the first visit, so he had 2 more visits after ours, and then still felt like Tennessee was his place. So I know that last visit's always the big one, but Tennessee was able to hold off Texas Tech and USC to. And dude, who wouldn't? I mean, he definitely watched that Alabama game. It was like, oh yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's got to be it's got to be a crazy. I mean, I don't know what those games look like for the academy, but nothing like SEC football, anyways. And then that's.
Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about the NFL Academy, like what it consists of, what they're trying to do. How did they even find this kid?
I mean, that's a great question as well. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Fort Sanders Yacht Club's closed. Dang it. And their Instagram bio says, we've got the sacks. I mean, that is my place.
We got the sacks. I was going to say, Tennessee. So in the 2023 class, Tennessee has 3 of the top 30 edge rushers. So
okay.
Caleb Herring, Shadavian Bradley, and then Emmanuel Okoye. So I think the only other teams that did that was Georgia, Alabama, and I think Oregon.
Wow. Oregon, you kind of threw me off of the Oregon one. Georgia, Alabama, Oregon.
Yeah, it's a little different, but
shout out Dan Herring, right? Dan Herring? Sounds right. Not Herring. Dan. Who's Dan Herring? Lanning. Dan Lanning, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Dan Herring, is that a baseball? Dan Herring, is that a baseball guy?
I don't know. Let's Google it.
According to Google, he is a general manager of cell therapy service Thermo Fisher something.
Good for him.
Good looking guy, if it's this guy. He's only got a LinkedIn. Everybody go check out Dan Herring's LinkedIn. Maybe leave like a
he has a podcast. The
nice.
Heat Treat Doctor.
Oh, we got to listen. Everyone go listen to Dan's podcast tonight. Everyone go give Dan a listen. 5-star review. Let him know that More Important Issues sent you. He'll know who we are.
He's killing it. Let's get into some some more kind of recruiting news. Jaden Riddell, number 1 tight end in the country, put Tennessee in his top 5.
Another state of Missouri guy. We've talked about state of Missouri recently on this pod.
Just stealing it, taking it.
We'll show you Missouri.
Josh Heupel, I guess him being in Missouri was great.
Oh, is this a pipeline connection you get in the old NCAA games in recruiting?
Yeah.
It's like he's coached there before. That pipeline carries.
That's a pipeline.
Okay.
State. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Good for this year. They've got a lot of top guys. Not a lot. More than I would think Missouri would have. Top guys in this class.
Yeah. Also, did you see this thing? It's the 10 biggest arms in college football, which I don't know what that actually means, but cool.
Is that a big boomer thing?
No, it's 247.
Oh, okay.
Hey, times are slow.
It is off season, guys.
Yeah.
We just talked about a entertainment district for 30 minutes. Times are slow.
Yeah. Tennessee has 2 players on this top 10 list.
Oh, interesting. So I mean, I can guess the 2. Well, I feel like they're throwing shade to my man Gaston Moore. Did we not see him in the spring game or something?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
He's got the arm of an angel.
Gaston. I can't think of the words in Gaston, but it's got to mention him being strong in there.
Ooh, Dixieland Delight. That's what we freaking name it.
Not against that either.
That's what we name it. Yeah, biggest arms in college football. Joe Milton, number 1. Drake May, number 2. Caleb Williams, number 3. Michael Penix Jr., number 4. Number 5 is Quinn Ewers. 6 is Garrett Nussmeier.
Can you start over? I just was thinking about Dixieland Delight. Go again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just spaced. Yeah. And we can get pulled off YouTube at this point. I mean, just do it.
Joe Milton, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr., Quinn Ewers, Garrett Nussmeier, which is weird because Garrett Nussmeier is at LSU. Is that right?
I thought he left LSU. Is that a different Nussmeier?
Is he at A&M?
Who was the guy that left LSU? Maybe.
No, he is at LSU.
I thought, did he not leave last year? Did I make that up? Is that another white quarterback with a similar name to Garrett Nussmeier? It had to be another quarterback.
I thought Texas A&M has a quarterback that's similar to that.
But wasn't there a... How old is Garrett?
They have Connor Weigman.
That's very white. You're not wrong. Very white name as well.
I don't know where he's from. He's from Texas, so maybe.
This dude left before the Garrett Nussmeier. Wait, no. Yeah, someone left the LSU program with like a lot of NIL deals, and a lot of people were talking about what happens to that. And I don't know. I'm so confused now. There's no way there was another guy named Nussmeier similar before the season. I guess he came back, but that's wild.
Oh, yeah, we'll be staying. So he was going to transfer in the state.
But he did. Wasn't that like either before the season or really early in the season when he announced that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's back. He's number 6. So LSU
transfer portal is ruining college football. I'll say it right now.
He's not even starting at LSU. Just funny that your starter's not on there, but your backup is. Drew Alar, Spencer Radler, Nico Iamaleava, and then Malik Murphy.
Okay. I love it.
Huge. I mean, it amounts to absolutely nothing, but it makes you feel good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good offseason poll to win if there's going to be offseason polls.
I mean, if you had anybody but Joe Milton, I would question.
That's what I thought. I thought this was going to be like Joe Milton at number 3 or something. So I thought I was going to be angry after this, but I'm good now. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine.
And I think G-Man Vols did a list and put in number 2 Joe Milton's left arm.
Probably. I've got to imagine Joe Milton could probably flick a football farther than, I don't know, 60% of college football quarterbacks could throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, the balls he flicked to Squirrel White went 60 yards.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks
if he's ever thrown off his front foot. Stupid. It's so dumb.
Also, speaking of dumb, have you seen all of the hype Will Levis is getting from the Titans minicamp? I know he looks good.
They've got to talk him up. They've got to. I mean, that's coming out from the PR team right there, dude.
Please don't fall for that. You've seen this.
I'm drafting him Sunday in our rookie draft, just in case. I have nothing to lose. I won the league last year. I just gave up our first pick for Aaron Jones. We're our 110 pick. So 220. I'm going Will Levis. Sorry, Dylan. I am. I've got Patrick Mahomes and Justin Fields. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it works, I've got trade leverage. Who else am I
Oh,
going to
you have
draft at
quarterbacks
20?
forever.
Yeah, who am I going to draft at 20 anyways? Why not just make it fun?
I like that.
I'm not going to do it, but I should just for giggles.
Also, did you see where so the number one recruit, Dylan, however you say his last name,
Yeah.
committed to Georgia. Well, did you see Dan Orlovsky's tweet?
No, I didn't.
He tweeted. He was like, best quarterback since Matthew Stafford. Big day in Athens or something like that. And then he tried to edit it and say, like Go Dogs or something. Like it was completely.
Twitter's not working for him.
Okay, here it is. Hearing big things happening in Athens at Georgia football, most talented player at the position since Stafford. And then edited it and said, hearing big things happening in Athens at Georgia football. So kind of ruined the kid's recruitment.
But he took away the compliment, kind of. He took away the hot take.
Then he edited it and took away the compliment, but everybody can see the edited post. And
you can see the edited, but you can see it says that about Stafford.
Yeah, you can click on at the bottom and see what he originally said.
Listen, we've had this argument about Peyton. Who's the better Georgia quarterback, Stetson Bennett or Matt Stafford?
It's got to be Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, I mean he won 2 national championships.
Yeah, there's no freaking
like what are we doing?
Debate.
Which is hilarious because Matt Stafford's I said he was a Hall of Famer before he won the Super Bowl, and then I thought that was just a guarantee for him. But I'm sorry, if you win games on the Detroit Lions, especially with the way that organization was being ran then, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
See Calvin Johnson.
But Dan Orlovsky was my stupidity. It's like, dude, just delete it if you're not trying
for
to.
Real.
Most talented player. But you're tweeting it knowing that people are going to see that.
I don't know if Dan Orlovsky's the brightest in the bunch anyways, though.
That's true. I mean, he did play quarterback, so he might have some head issues.
Maybe
sure. Not as much as Antonio Brown, but he might have a little something there.
Anything else for football recruiting?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, let's move into a little baseball.
Oh, Tennessee did get 3 crystal balls for Peyton Lewis.
I saw that.
4-star running back out of Virginia. So, you land Peyton Lewis. You've done really well at the running back position in Virginia with Cam Seldon and Peyton Lewis.
Yeah. Before we go away from recruiting, I do want to mention something that I know it can't play a part in recruiting, but it's vital. It's vital keeping guys on campus. I want to mention the Volunteer Club. Guys, make sure you check them out. Tweeting a link right now where you can go follow. You can sign up for as low as $5. $5 a month. Best one to do, in my opinion, is $25 a month. That gets you into all the tailgates, get you food and beer at the tailgates, all that stuff. Discounts on content, or not content, discounts on merch is the word I'm looking for. Some awesome merch. But you also get some behind the scenes content with players, meet and greets, all that good stuff comes with the Volunteer Club. So as low as $5, like I said, $25 is the way to go. And if you can give more because NIL, no matter how you feel about it, is here to stay. And it's going to take NIL to support athletes the way they need to be supported in the SEC. And so it's vital. It's vital to Tennessee's success. And if you want to be a part of that, we should all want to be a part of that. Make sure you're joining the Volunteer Club. Also big news going on NIL. Make sure you sign up for Volunteer Club. That link now.
Yeah, let's keep winning.
More NIL news. College football players will officially be in the new NCAA EA Sports game.
Where they'll have the option, correct?
Yes. Yeah, like that. It'll be available. It's possible for them to be in it. They could go Bill Belichick on us, but it'll be available.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
How cool is
revamped? The few people, huh? Oh, yeah.
How cool is revamped?
It's really cool.
So cool.
It makes me want to buy it.
When you can buy it, we can play it anytime you want, man. Bring it over there
and it comes with the PS3.
It comes with 360 for sure. Like you can get the 360. It may also be a PS3 option, but.
Did you ask about how do they do updates and stuff?
I don't. I have no idea.
Okay.
No clue. Might have to do it over the computer. Jonathan knows how. Not Jonathan knows all that information. I do not.
Okay.
This is his revamped. It's not mine.
Yeah, let's call him, get him on the show, and let's figure this out.
How late is it?
8:48.
See if he's live.
Okay.
Not 8:48. You Central Time mother.
Oh yeah, I forget. I'm different.
They always argue with me about being on the pod, so we're gonna do it right now.
There you go.
I literally tell them they could come over anytime they want.
I think this is the second time Johnny's made an
He has. He called me one time while we were discussing something, and I answered it and asked him. I don't remember the question.
My mom was not happy I answered when she called me the other day.
What? Wasn't it like her birthday or something? It was something big. No, maybe not her birthday. When's her birthday?
April.
It might have been
April 4th.
No, seems too late for that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's listen to his voicemail. He's so delayed. He's so delayed. Good Lord, what is he doing? He records that. Yeah, take a deep breath. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to mine. Make sure mine doesn't have this huge, long pause.
I don't even think I set mine up. I think I just did the automatic.
I thought it was a prank at first.
You thought it was what?
A prank. Just he was gonna leave it the whole time.
Oh yeah, just make you wait.
All right. Well, we'll get him on the pod later. What were we talking? Oh, now we're going into baseball. Unless you have anything else about college football, NCAA, whatever. I wonder what they're going to call it.
I mean, like when Tennessee gets the tabletop, that's what we're officially calling it until something else comes along better.
I was talking about the video game, but
no, I know. But
okay. I was like, you were so stuck on this.
Yeah, I'm saying like NIL.
Mm-hmm.
And then that, like, Tennessee is going to have the best athletic department ever.
Yeah, I love seeing fans mad about it. I don't get, why would you be mad about that? Also, as an opposing fan, how could you be mad? That's literally a place to go. Like, you see opposing fans all the time. And I enjoy when opposing fans come to our tailgates. I know they don't always feel the most comfortable, which I get. You're surrounded by 80, 50, it would depend on the game, opposing fans. It's got to be weird, but I enjoy when opposing fans come over. They're always really nice. Always really respectful. Like I think it's fun, but they're always on Reddit, Twitter, whatever, asking where can I go. You literally have a place to go now, and you don't have to like carry around a 12-pack of beer now because they're always like, I'll bring some beer or something. You're like, don't worry about it, but they always do. Like I said, they're always super nice. But yeah,
some Florida fans come by and dude, like they're cool, but they also just hammered some food. They act like they haven't eaten it in weeks.
That was the barbecue week, and I don't blame them. That barbecue was delicious. Shout out Jesse Berry.
Yeah, they hammered some food.
Good for them.
But yeah, I think the only people that are mad about it are the people that are just like, well, they're going to price us out of our tickets. I mean, like, hey, inflation. Like, prices are going up. Pay it or don't. Also, like that stuff, like you don't have to pay for like maybe maybe ticket prices go up, but if we keep winning, they're going to go up.
I mean, here's the thing: my tickets, I've seen what they're doing to the old South Side over there, Festival of Neyland. I've called it. There's definitely gonna be no troughs. That place looks. I mean, it's not even. They don't even have walls up, and it looks nicer than troughs already. My tickets have been going up for years, and next year's gonna be where I become a real old man and complain. I mean, just fair warning. Next December, because they bump it up every year. I think last year they asked us for renewal in January. Yeah, I'm gonna complain. So I just be prepared for that. That's all I ask.
But you're gonna still pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just understand that I'm going to complain. Like, don't be like, oh, quit complaining, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to complain. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to cheer. Like, just know it's going to happen. Please. Just let me do it. That's all I ask.
Yeah. But like this stuff, like it's like, you don't have to pay to go over there. You don't have to pay. Like you never even have to experience it if you don't want to. That's like, I just don't understand. Like, the prices are going to be outrageous over there. Well, I mean, it is like next to like one of the biggest venues in college sports. So yeah, it might be a little pricey over there, but it's just like the stuff in Neyland, like the party board, like you don't have to, or the party deck, you don't have to go over there.
Dude, I was thinking though, we need to get tickets for the party deck one game.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Can you do single game tickets up there, or does it have to be season? Maybe we just got to find somebody. We'll switch. I'll switch for my tickets with you one game. They're great seats.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to I just want to experience one game up there. That's it.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah. Maybe see, that's too big of a game. I don't want it to be a big game. I don't know. Maybe I will because I stand pretty much the entire big game anyways. Maybe I do a big game.
Dude, that's the thing about baseball, dude. I have to stand up. Like, it's hard. Like, I like going and the standing room only people, I like getting in with them and just chilling on a wall somewhere for a couple innings. Because, like, I just get stir crazy.
You're a Vestalite, dude. Go party with the poors, dude. Yes.
And them seats, there's not enough leg room for me. And, like, poor Todd Helton that was sitting over there. Like, there's not enough leg room for me, and I'm 5'10". He's like 6'3", so that dude was hurting coming out of them seats.
I guess that's how short I am. I've never really noticed. But also at games, I get in this mode where I'm kind of like a turtle anyways, just because I'm like so scared about impeding other people's space that I'm always just like the guys that can come and sit next to me, like anybody will do it. At Neyland especially, and just man spread, I'm like, I wish I could be as just carefree as you and just walk. Because I'm not, like, in terms of thickness, I'm a fat guy. I could man spread and make myself very big, but I'm always just like so nervous. I'm just like, I don't want to make you mad.
I don't want people like touching
my butt sits in seat 10. Like, that's
I don't like, but my dad, he's a guy, like, he will, if somebody's like in his space, he'll lean on them all game and doesn't care, and will just make them super uncomfortable so they move over. And I can't do that.
I wish I could do that. Baseball, yeah. I mean, we were getting there eventually. I guess we need to get there. Big weekend ahead and behind. I mean, obviously sweep would have been nice, but grabbing 2, I think you've got it here in the outline. I mean, still a chance to host regional. That's huge. And I saw someone tweet it, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on it. It might be better for Tennessee to be one of the higher 2 seeds at this point, rather than the last one in.
Yeah, I just think
it's the same situation though. You're still essentially playing the same teams. It's just whether you're home or not.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to lead to. Is like, you want to be home, especially with the road record the way that it looks. You want to play at home as much as possible. So
yeah.
But here's the thing with that, if they are the 2 seed, no one wants Tennessee in their regional.
No, for sure. And I mean, road record's bad. I thought it was an interesting point, but yeah, you're playing the same teams. You're just flip-flopped whether you're at home or not. So yeah, I guess that doesn't really make sense. I think, I mean, first off, especially regional, super regional is different. I feel like regional's it probably won't feel like a real home game. So we'll probably kind of figure out what they look like in a game like that, more so in Hoover. Whereas, I mean, yeah, you can go back to February and look at that tournament in Arizona. Can't remember what it was called. And that's obviously similar to a regional type environment. Everyone's kind of a road team outside of one, Grand Canyon. That they were not I'm sorry, it's not a neutral site game. Tennessee doesn't play Ball State neutral. It's so dumb. But yeah, you go back there. That's a different baseball team. I know they're still not playing their best baseball they have at times, but I know it's still not their best. But that's a different baseball team than it was in February.
Yeah, 100%. And like the good thing about Tennessee is like you're playing for something this weekend. Like you're playing to host. Like if you really want to host, like it's set out in front of you. Win this series this weekend, maybe win a game in Hoover, and you're in. But then again, South Carolina's kind of in that same boat where like they have to win this series to probably claim one as well. So in this series, like you're kind of playing. Tennessee's at 18 right now. South Carolina's at 13. Tennessee goes and wins this series pretty handily. Maybe South Carolina is losing their host side.
That would be a nice. It wouldn't fully avenge that football loss, but it would make it feel a little bit better.
And they haven't been playing great these past couple weeks. Like they sweep Florida. They get up to number 3. They lose a series to Auburn. They get swept by Kentucky, and then lose a series to Arkansas. So they're not playing great baseball right now. And in that series to Arkansas, they only scored 5 runs the whole series. So the bats aren't there like they were earlier in the season. They lost to Charlotte in the midweek game this week, so like they're holding on for dear life for that host site. And I think Tennessee has a good opportunity to come in there and take it from them the way that Tennessee's been playing, minus Sunday. I'm just going to act like that game didn't happen.
That's fine with me. Austin didn't get to see it. He just had a baby, so we can pretend like it didn't happen. And
I don't know what that was. I guess the rain delay, it was just over. But then you have a rain delay in the midweek, and you act kind of fine after it. So.
It did get dicey, though. It
did, yeah. I don't think this team loves bad weather. So if we can get good weather, let's do that. But yeah, it should be a fun one in Columbia. That game starts actually today when this podcast is released. So 7 o'clock tonight.
I thought you were going to sneak to Columbia. I thought you and Ethan were thinking about going there, doing a little dog review and Founders. There's a rumor out there. There's a rumor on the Twitterverse that you were going.
That'd be fun. I'm literally going to Charleston next week, so that'd have been cool if it was the same weekend. I would try to at least attempt to go.
I'm jealous. I get concert FOMO bad. There's nothing better. Well, I take it back. Tennessee football games. But there's nothing better than live music, man. I mean, you know me. Like, I'll try to find bars that have live music. Like I love it.
Speaking of the tabletop, back on that.
live music out there. Oh, yes, dude. Smells Like Teen Spirit on a Friday night before a Tennessee game. I mean,
yeah, somebody play some David Allen Coe or
I don't think that Smells Like Teen Spirit's alley, but yeah, someone could do it. I mean, Morgan Wallen will play there just randomly after a game if his vocal cords will allow it.
Yeah, I was about to say he ain't doing nothing right now.
Did you see? I saw a hilarious TikTok where a girl was saying that Caleb Presley called Morgan Wallen not being able to make it through his tour. He was like 36 songs. He's like, can your throat handle that? And then he was like, throat goat? And Morgan did not be in the throat goat. And now look where we're at. Now the throat isn't working.
That's a good point.
If only he was a throat goat, dog.
To him. I blame that person who put on Facebook that guy's outfit was $350. So.
Dude, if that's a $350 outfit, I have some really, really expensive outfits. Dude. Also, if you are a guy, and I'll even say some of this for females because, and I'm sure you feel this way with a wife who likes to shop. If you're buying an outfit for a concert, it better be the concert of the century, like Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel, one night only in Nissan Stadium. If you buy an outfit for that, I totally understand. I totally get that. That's I know she's not the queen because we have Dolly Parton, but she's the gypsy for sure. I would totally understand that. But like, you shouldn't be doing that ever, really.
Yeah, and like if you want to buy an outfit, cool. $350 on a man?
Yeah, I mean that
at a Morgan Wallen concert?
And I was like I said, for guys,
he should be wearing freaking Dickies and a nice button up. I don't know.
He's wearing a flannel he found at the bar the night before. Why do you need to wear a $350 outfit? I don't understand.
I mean, I get some every year at
Sam's Club?
Belk?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they have great sales.
Yeah. I think it's like you can get two for like $10. I mean, dude, you can't find a better deal than that.
One time at Belk, I was buying a jean jacket, a really cool jean jacket, and I got it off like a $40 rack or something like that. I get up there, it was $130. And I was too nervous to be like, never mind. And so I bought it and then just returned it the next day and like made sure I didn't go to that person. Actually, so I walked out of there with a $130 jean jacket, but just because I didn't have the balls to say never mind.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I want to, like, this guy, if he can reach out to me and tell me exactly what he wore and he can defend him buying this for this concert, I will pay for it.
Yes. Do that. All right. Someone find this guy. I would love to do that because first off, Landon's so cheap. You can't, like, people were asking me, is Landon going to get into golf? Because we got you to play this week. They're like, I think he'd be pretty good. Like, he's really athletic, baseball swing. Like, I think he'd be good at it. And I mean, you did, like you said it, a couple of good shots you hit. You're like, I mean, that felt good. It's like, the problem is golf's not a cheap sport and Landon's so cheap.
Yeah.
I just don't think he'll ever play.
I think I'm going to do it.
Okay, good. I mean, I said like because I mean, if you play every day now or a couple times a week,
it's going to take a while for me to actually buy my own clubs.
That's fine.
If I can play with somebody else's clubs, I'd be happy. Like, I mean, Iguani, we played for like what, $27? Like that's
that's the Deuce special right there. But I mean, you could.
We're getting the Deuce special.
You can find some deals. I mean, even on the most expensive days, if you want to play a good course on a Saturday morning, $50. And if you're doing that once a month, it's not that bad.
It also like helped me that you kept saying like Iguani's a really hard course. I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm telling everybody that too. 72, baby.
It's difficult.
72.
It's difficult. You played good, man. I mean,
I played a lot better than I'm not good, but I did play a lot better than I thought I was going to.
Well, and here's the thing about golf: like you're never really going to be good. I mean, obviously, you want to go out there and hit some good shots,
right?
That's kind of the goal. I mean, at least the fact that you can, you have some length to you, like once you start hitting the ball well, like you're gonna be able to hit it pretty far. You'll probably, if you play for 10 years like I have, you'll be better than me. But like I am not anymore. When I was playing like once a week, I was at the peak of my golf game, like a 7 handicap. That's gonna be the best I'm ever am. Wes is like a 4 or 5 now. Like you could probably get there. But you'd have to play. Wes is playing every day. Wes is grinding. Shout out to him. I love seeing his scores go up. He's grinding.
Good for him. I hate that guy.
I miss playing like twice a week.
But that was a lot of fun. Like all your buddies just going out. Now the only thing that I would have to say I'd like to do differently is like I don't even know how you would do it, but like the fact that we all couldn't just hang out.
And I mean if you can like you can never get, I think there were 12 of us. You can never get 12 on a hole, but like late at Iguani, probably not Iguani, but like other like not as nice courses, you got late, you want to play in like a 5 or 6 some, you're the last person to tee off, they might let you. But it's pretty rare. I mean, yeah, you got to play in a foursome, but it's about finding good vibes people because you'll find people you don't want to play golf with.
Yeah, we had a good time. Joey Boots is with us.
It was a good group, dude. Yeah, Joey was with us. Nick. I mean, I think everybody had a good group there. The best days too. And if we didn't have a rehearsal dinner that night, we would have done this. You play in the morning, you go beer and dog at the clubhouse, go and play another 18. Those are the best days.
That would have been a lot. I was really looking forward to that pool, but we didn't have time.
Wait, no, we were gonna get in the pool Sunday, and it started raining, and I fell asleep on your couch, and I was like, I need to go home. not trying to get Landon watching over me or anything weird like that going on.
Yeah, I was ready. I was gonna take a nap with you, honestly.
I was up and down during that, which I didn't even see it go into a rain delay. I woke up like during the rain delay. I was up and down during that game.
Gotcha. Yeah, kind of going back to baseball a little bit. Don't know who their Saturday starter is going to be. They marked it as
TBD.
Unknown. Yeah,
unknown.
TBD. So it's been Drew Beam this entire season, so that I think that would be different if it's not him. But he has struggled the last 2 outings, so maybe you try to give somebody a go. Maybe it's Chase Burns, maybe it's Camden Sewell. I don't know. Or maybe you want to do that Camden Sewell for that Sunday game, or save it for that Sunday game to see if you need to win it or not. If you do need to win it, maybe you pitch somebody, but you're trying to win a game in Hoover too, and it's single elimination, so maybe you're saving Drew Beam for that. I don't know. I don't know what's going through Frank Anderson and Tony Vitello's mind, but I thought that was an interesting decision, just marking it as TBD.
Right.
Also, like Tennessee doesn't win this series this weekend if Jared Dickey doesn't play, so they desperately need Jared Dickey to play.
And I mean, it is. I mean, they've shown they were at that point in the season where you better start winning, or postseason's going to just start looking like a thing on the horizon there, and they weren't scared to mess with the pitching rotation, so they're not afraid to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, regional was almost gone when you made that switch, and it still obviously is in the air.
And I think in this midweek game, you find another arm in your bullpen in Hollis Fanning, who was fanning Belmont. It was, I think he pitched 3 innings, 7 strikeouts.
I think Bob used that one. Sorry.
God,
I'm just kidding. That just sounds like that sounded like an old guy broadcaster move right there.
God, I hope he didn't, because I didn't listen to that. So it
He
sucks that
he wasn't on. He wasn't on Tuesday night. Bob doesn't show up Tuesday night games. He's only on the.
Yeah, I was about to say. He only does the games that are on TV.
Yeah.
God, he's such a dork. Yeah, that's all I got for baseball. Need Jared Dickey. And need to keep hitting the baseball. I mean, you don't want to have days like you did on Sunday, which I know that game didn't happen for us, but you can't have games where you just can't move runners and can't, get anybody in, because that was a pretty rough game.
Can I make you mad for a second?
Sure.
It has nothing related to baseball. I'm going to defend Bob Kessling a hair. Do you remember that 98 rewatch? We got him on a couple games on TV.
Yes.
He wasn't that bad then. He had a little energy to him. Now, I don't know what he was like in the early 2000s on the radio for the Vol Network. But, I mean, did Tennessee football just break his spirit? Now, I'm going to defend that if you can't get fired up for the Alabama call, which was just not good, then you can't get fired up for anything. But they tried to break our spirit. I mean, I was close. I won't lie. I was close. So, because like I said, that 98, he wasn't bad, and he was on TV. He wasn't even the Vol Network guy, and he had a little energy to him, man.
Well, even the energy thing, like, even when they're bad, you should still have energy about how bad they were. That's how we were.
Yeah, no, for sure. You definitely should.
Should have. There's a little hatred.
That's why I love Tim Priest. I mean, when we sucked, you knew it because he told you.
Well, and same with Bert.
Yeah,
but a lot of people bad, he's like,
a lot of people like hate Bert because he yells, but especially with Bob, you need that.
Yeah, somebody kind of pick up the pace.
Yeah,
a little
for
bit.
Sure. And my biggest gripe about Bob in basketball is I don't know what's going on. I don't know the score. I don't know the time. One time I went, I think it was 3 minutes of a broadcast, and I didn't know the score. Like, I timed it because I didn't time like the first minute, but an entire minute went by with no mention of the score. I was like, how would anybody know?
Yeah.
I'm following on the radio, Bob. Paint me a picture, brother. Help me out.
The one thing, like, I'll defend Bob is, like, I never really have to listen to him, so I don't really care. But when he gets on baseball and I have to listen to him, I'm like, what in the world?
I need to go back and listen to the Mississippi State game, 2019 tournament game, Admiral Schofield's dunk. Because it could have just been Bert that carried it. But if Bob, like, I do remember that radio call. I didn't see it, but I knew how nasty it was. So that may have been one of Bob's good basketball calls. One of the few, very, very few in his long years. But I remember, I mean, I was in a tent on, where were we at? What mountain were we on? But I mean, if there weren't other tents around, I mean, I would have been sprinting because I just, like, it was, you could tell on the call. It was massive.
I mean, Grant Williams almost died. A full-on heart attack.
Little potential friendly fire. Was that the one that he fainted into the?
Yeah.
I don't remember who
the Eves Bonds, I think.
The Eves, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good gif.
Yeah, that is.
I love this show. I love being able to tangent. It's so much fun.
That's all we've done. My boss is literally like, so you're doing the show tonight, like, have you, like, done a lot of show prep? I'm like, no, but when in doubt, we can just, like, shoot the shit and
yeah,
it's all good.
You can tell
some of our best shows is when we just shoot the crap.
You can tell our talk with football, like, we didn't get a chance to look into a lot. And I mean, which it is what it is in terms of recruits. Baseball, I mean, we know what happened. We didn't get to watch it this weekend. We watched a little bit on Saturday, I guess. No, you watched some on Saturday. Friday, we had it at the rehearsal dinner. Mm-hmm. Trying to think when I watched that. On the boat, man. Going fast. But yeah. I was
hoping we'd get hit with a ball.
We did get to see the stadium lights.
Yeah.
That riverfront needs a big pickup, dude. It's just not pretty.
That's a good point. Yeah.
There's spots of it. There's spots of it that are pretty, mostly along campus there. But even right at the baseball stadium, you get that nice, beautiful view of the sewage treatment plant. I mean, I feel like I'm in Pawnee, Indiana. You look to your left, You'll see one of Knoxville's biggest tourist attractions.
Sewage.
But there are some pretty parts. The bluffs, like that's, or what do we call it? The summit. We called it the summit. That area is really pretty. If you like East Tennessee, it's just rocks and trees. That's East Tennessee, baby. But yeah, needs a big pick me up.
Yeah. Any questions?
Can the Volunteer Princess have better advertising on how to get there? Because I thought the boat left us. That's my only question.
Yeah, they said Calhoun's, and it was not at Calhoun's.
No, it wasn't a bad walk, but you start walking towards the other boat. I don't remember what that one's called. And then you're like, did it leave us? Because it's not 6:30 yet.
Also, the bride's going to kill us.
I would have swam. I would have swam. I would not have. Because she would have murdered us. I would have swam.
Yeah. But I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, surely they didn't leave us because we didn't get a call or anything.
We didn't. You're right. We got a call. We got a call as we were walking there about where we were at.
Trying to think.
I feel like I got some questions this weekend, so I'm going to need to go back through my DMs and text messages. I did get a question from somebody. Was the iguana dog really that good? Yes, it was. It was phenomenal.
It was good.
Maybe it was because I ate that morning. I ate breakfast. So no, it wasn't because I was that hungry. It was delicious.
I'm going to do a hot dog review tomorrow at the baseball game.
Great call. You should. I hope it's trash just so we can be like Tennessee dogs only.
Yeah.
I hope it's good for you, but for the sake of our reviews, I hope it's trash.
Okay.
I need to play golf this weekend just so I can do that. I'll be in Nissan. Surely they have dogs.
Are you going?
Dogs. Yeah, dude. I was seeing everybody's videos last night. Like a bunch of people I'm friends with on Instagram went. I was like, dude, I've got to see Stevie Nicks live. Like I have to. So I'm going.
Dude, so Raven is very easy to persuade. Not by me, but everybody else. Like
I thought about texting you and saying I've still got one ticket. I thought about texting you and be like, get in the car with me Friday.
God. There's no way. I don't even land until like.
All right, well, I'm taking Raven with me.
She probably would go. But literally, like, I was like, you don't even like Billy Joel or Stevie Nicks. She's like, yeah, I do. And then, like, a couple hours later, I played Billy Joel in the car, and she said, who is this? And I was like, it's Billy Joel. You just bought $100 worth of tickets to see them. She's like,
I'm not crazy about Billy Joel. I mean, I like some of his songs, but I'm not crazy about him. I'm going to see Stevie Nicks. I mean, seeing Billy Joel live is cool, too. Like, I'm not complaining, but I'm going to see Stevie Nicks.
I told my mom that we bought tickets. She's like, how old is Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks?
Stevie, I think this is Stevie's last tour. I don't know about Billy's. I think this is Stevie's, though. Yeah. It might be Billy's, too, because I was looking it up because someone was asking me, like, they're touring together? And I was like, yeah, I didn't know this either. And then I looked up this concert, and it said, like, Billy Joel, Stevie Nicks, one night only. So.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, Stevie's, I mean, dude, she's up there. Also, I listened to Monday, 2 days ago, Edge of Midnight with Miley Cyrus. And I was like, God, if Miley Cyrus is there, I will lose my ever-loving mind. I stand for Miley Cyrus. Always.
What would be like there's a Swiftie, what would be a Miley Cyrus fan?
Molly Cyrus's.
Miley Cyrus, yeah.
I don't know, dude. What would a Miley Cyrus fan be? What'd they call
Wrecking Balls?
What'd they call Billy Cyrus's fans? Do they have a name?
I'm
I don't know either. Oh well.
Also,
you're giving me so many names to try to come up with, and I can't.
Our creativity is just not great tonight.
It's not. We're not on it at all.
I did get a lot of likes and comments about how we both took our shirts off at the wedding.
I'm glad we did. I can't believe you did it without me doing it. Like I thought when I said that to you, you were gonna be like, no way. And so when you did it, me and Jacob were waiting. We weren't going to do it yet. We were waiting for that last button. And then you just went and did it. And I was like, well, let's go do it now. Like,
And then the jackets came off.
Yeah, that was. I hope people know I did not do that myself. I need that to be known. I did not go bareback myself. I did.
Yeah.
I did somewhat encourage it, but
you didn't say no.
Yes,
you did it willingly.
Correct. It was not against my will at all. But my idea, it was a great idea. It made a great video. I was gonna go full on beer overhead. And then I got halfway there and I was like, nah, you've already done that tonight. Just beer. Incidentally. And I guess I didn't do it to myself. But
I forgot you did the walkout that you did the beer.
Yeah. I also gave Bailey a chance at redemption, and it was so far into the night that I couldn't like chug. And so it was just like building up. Like I was getting waterboarded. I was like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yeah,
I watched that video. I didn't hear it in the moment. The DJ was like, all right, that'll get the party going. I was like, those people, when they saw that, they probably like, we are in for it tonight. And
a lot of people asked me what song it was, and I couldn't tell them. I had no clue.
The walkout or the song we danced to?
The song that we danced to with our shirts off.
It was, I mean, he remixed everything, but it was Love in a Hopeless Place. I found love in a hopeless place.
Was it really?
We also did it broke into that song, USC. What is that song? Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it was a fun night, man. It ended early. I'll say it. I could have stayed out way later.
Yeah.
Landon went home on me, and then everyone said Landon's going home. You were the reasonable person because I should have gone home. So you were the voice of reason.
I remember up there at night, and I was like, dude, I'm so hot. Like I was honestly would have been so happy. Yeah, I would have been so happy if the floor would have fell through because I finally got some air.
I also lost a credit card. I found out on Monday. God. When we were going into Cool Beans Preservation Pub, I pulled out my wallet to pay, and all my cards went everywhere. I guess my wallet's so old, and I think I've had it since I was 18, and my cards went everywhere, and I thought I got them all. I missed one credit card. So got my health insurance card, got my ID, got the yeah. I looked, I didn't see any charges, so it's probably still under the bouncer's table. It's probably still where it's sitting at. Hey, but that's my airline, so if y'all want to go spend that money, that's cool. Get some flight mileage.
Any stupidities or any more questions? Do we have any more questions?
I don't think so. I'm gonna have to go way back now because I did save some. I did have I thought I had a most important. Did I mention this on the show Thursday? Jalen Hyatt, he surprised 5 Knox County teachers with a $500 shopping spree to Academy Sports and then gave another $1,000 to his hometown.
Wow.
Love it, dude. Jalen's not even technically he's not playing in the league yet. I guess he signed his contract.
That check probably hasn't even
yeah, probably hadn't cleared
yet. Yeah.
No. So good for him. Cool to see. Love it.
I'm gonna go. So my stupidity was Dan Orlovsky, just being an absolute moron. But also the people who stand up as soon as the plane lands drive me up the wall. And there were so many people who were like, "I have severe arthritis. I have to stretch my legs." I'm like, dude, I don't care if you get up and stretch your legs and sit back down.
Well, no, I do, because what if everyone on that plane had the same issue? Where are we gonna go?
Yeah, that's the thing is
it's a 4-hour flight. 3 hours in, if you need to stand up, 3 hours 30 minutes in, you stand up, you walk around, and then you sit your happy butt down till it's time for you to go out. Now, my one argument is, and it is kind of going against the picture you sent us. I don't think you posted it on Twitter. It was the guy in the aisle seat. That's why I always get an aisle seat. Problem is, you have to give room. Everyone has to do this. You have to give room. Only one person in that row on the aisle can stand up because then they can move in the aisle. If you cannot move into the aisle, you can't stand up. If you lost the battle, you're done. Sit down. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who literally this guy gets up, and I get people have connecting flights, but everybody does.
Where are you going though? Where are you going? Yeah. You're getting off the plane at the same time.
Yeah,
where are you going?
Literally, he got his bag and was rushing to the front. I'm like, dude, don't get a freaking seat in the back if you have just
pay
like
for the extra seat.
20
That's
minutes.
If I know I'm going to be on a connecting flight, I don't care if I think I'm going to be there for 2 hours. I'm sitting as close to the front of the plane as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for the seat because it's what you have to do.
Dude, it was. I mean, that guy's ass was on my shoulder. I'm like, if he would have been there, luckily he got his bag and like tried to get as far as he could until I think somebody was like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
the severe arthritis. I'm sorry, that's dumb. Okay, don't fly then. If you can't sit for that long, don't fly then. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if the seatbelt sign's on and you can't stand up? Get out. What are you doing in a long car drive?
That was my question to them. But the people who kind of argued with me,
you have to ignore them. They're too dumb.
Worth my time. Yeah.
They're too dumb. They're too stupid. I'm sorry if you're a reasonable person, you said it, but now you're dumb.
Yeah.
But I don't. Everyone on that plane wants to stand up when the plane lands, but you can't.
Somebody was like, "I'm too big and tall to sit in those tiny seats and need to stand up ASAP." Again, like you said, stand up when everybody's sitting. Not when the plane lands. Stand
that's
up
what
before. Yeah.
My flight to San Francisco, I think, was like 6 hours, something like that. I knew I was in the back of the plane. I knew it was going to take me a while to get off that plane. So I timed the flight, and the last hour or so of the flight, I literally walked the cabin and used the bathroom and took my time to sit down because I knew I wasn't going to be standing for a little while.
Yeah, somebody said, "Guess I could resort to opioids, instead of being a terrible person because I have severe arthritis." I'm like, dude, if that's what it takes, do it. If that cures your severe arthritis, I mean, maybe you should try it.
I mean, what happens if you get a window seat? Because this doesn't sound like these people pay for aisle seats. So what do you do in a window seat? You stand up, which I don't, if you're small enough and you stand up in your aisle, you're not bothering anyone. I've had that happen. You got to be like the size of like a 12-year-old, but okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine with me.
I mean, there's so many people that do it, and there's so many people that, dude, there's no reason for me to stand up and grab my bag. I can just wait till it's my turn to do it.
And also, pro move, if you don't want to bother anyone, you get the very back. This is what I did on our flight to Vegas that Landon was talking about. I stood up and just moved to the back of the plane because I did want to stand up when the plane landed. But I'm not going to stand up in Landon's face, just rip a massive one on him.
I mean, he needed to be doing some squats or something. That ass was flat. He's been sitting on it for a while, I guess.
I'm sorry. There's just too many simple answers for me to agree with. I have arthritis. Okay. I have ADHD and I can't sit for a long time.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? He drives me insane. I just hate people in airports suck in general. And I count the plane as an airport in this scenario.
Oh, dude, I was walking through the Little Rock airport, Charlotte. So busy airport. And we're like rushing. It's like 15 minutes from where our plane landed to get to our other gate. And our flight was like boarding in like 20 minutes. So we're like rushing to get there. Dude, like everybody is like, know their side they're supposed to go. And it's full throughout the entire aisle of the walkway. And there's people just standing and talking to one another. Just like in the middle of the walkway. I'm like, guys, what are we doing?
Charlotte's terminal situation, flying from Knoxville, is terrible. Flying to or from Knoxville is terrible for connecting flights. It's bad setup.
Yeah, you got to walk so far.
I'm not a fan of Charlotte's airport. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could complain all day about them. I've never flown Southwest. I heard their boarding process is atrocious. It's a free for all, apparently. Boarding and seat apparently is a free for all.
Word. Well,
all right. I don't think I have any stupidities. Yeah. The one I was going to read off is probably insensitive. We're not here for dark humor tonight. Maybe we are. We'll see. Dude, I'm excited for it. Did we show everyone our stickers? I think we showed your dad. Did we show our new Galden one? I'm excited about this one. You guys can see how small it is. They're small. I kind of like that. Looks a lot better than our other one, I think. And then, in case we didn't show, actually, I have one. This is my favorite. It should be everybody's favorite. Landon's dad. This is from is that Vanderbilt series?
Yeah, I think so.
Vanderbilt. Made it on the celebratory final tweet on Sunday. And then made it in the weekend recap as well. And you were in it. Whoever does the Vol thing must listen to us because you complained about not being in it. Yeah, so I think shout out to you, honestly, man of the people. Since you are listening, let's see if we can get Landon a first pitch next year because I didn't push the envelope, but I need a first pitch from Landon. They let anybody do it. I mean, they let Josh Heupel do it. Like, what has that guy done?
I mean, Josh Dobbs comes back and does it every year.
He does. He does throw from the rubber. So you got to give him credit for that.
I'll do it.
I know you will. I'm just saying, anybody that gets up on the mound and throws it, they can throw whenever they want.
Yeah.
I've always dreaded. I've never wanted to try batting practice, but then I remembered that dizzy bat hit, and now I kind of want to go to batting practice. So, hook me up.
Yeah, let's give him fielding practice.
I'm gonna yug a beer though first because I think that's the only way I can do it.
That'd be awesome. There'd be no way they let us do that, but that would be awesome. Or just we hammer freaking Lindsey Nelson dog right before we do it.
Hey, Xander, nobody else. If you're involved with Tennessee baseball, just turn this off. Xander, you're shotgunning a beer with us next year to tell you. We won't video it, but you're doing it.
All right. He's supposed to be signing, since he is a friend of the pod, he's signing a Big League Chew.
Yeah, you said for you. Can we get me one too?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Because that was my idea, by the way. I've always stood on the ground that Big League Chew is the premier bubble gum.
Yeah, all you got to do is ask. He's down.
All right, thank you.
He asked me what flavor.
Wow, that is a man of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me one. Get me in on this.
Also, a friend of the pod, Chad Dallas, getting promoted.
I need all right, I'm going to send him. We need to get his address. I'm going to send him a cheesehead to send me back sign.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll send him two. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, that'll be fun.
All right. That's all I got.
That's it for me. It's been fun, guys. It's been real.
Guys, thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your week. Good weekend. We'll be back Sunday, hopefully celebrating that sweep over South Carolina and probably hosting a regional. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm wanting. So I'm going to speak it into existence. Thanks again. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.
Oh, what happened? All right. Love you guys. Bye. Just going to end this.